Hey, Jordan here. Hope you're having an amazing day. So basically today I'm going to be going over my trading strategy, which allowed me to become profitable at only 14 years old. And it allows me to risk a little to make a lot. And that's great in trading, And I've had a 70% win rate with this. So yeah, so without further ado, make sure to like and subscribe, and we'll get right into it. All right, I'll be going over the strategy first, and then we'll go into some examples. All right, so let's go. Jordan's day's trading strategy. All right, so step one, mark your pre-market high and pre-market low levels. So you're going to look for the strongest and weakest stock of the day and mark out your pre-market high and pre-market low levels. So as you can see right here, we got our pre-market high and pre-market low. And this is basically just the time before New York session open. Step two, wait for a 5-minute close above/below those levels. So as you can see right here in the red, we have a 5-minute close under pre-market low. And we do not enter on this candle. It has to close before we do anything right here, all right? And then after that, we're going to wait for a retest of that level. So you see how price came up and tapped it? That would be our entry, right? And then see how it dumps right after? So yeah, that's called a retest, and that's when we enter the trade. How to exit the trade. So when to take the loss. We get out of the trade when we get a 5-minute close above pre-market low. So see how this didn't close above here? If it did, we would have got out, but it didn't, so that's good. And this is a winning trade. Now, when to take profits. We take our profit when we get a close above the AEMA. Now, what is the AEMA, you might ask? What is the AEMA? The AEMA is the exponential moving average. It is the average of the last 8 candles. This indicator follows price very closely and is very important when deciding our exits. Why do we use it? We use the AEMA because when price gets above it on a bearish setup, it usually reverses, and when price gets below it on a bullish setup, then it usually just goes straight down. So yeah, that's usually why we use it. How did the trade play out? This trade ended in a very big win. We got out when we saw a 5-minute close above the AEMA, and that's exactly when price started to go back up. This trade was about a 1 to 8 risk to reward, so I risked $100 and you would have made $800, which is a really good risk to reward. And then some rules to keep in mind. Never take shorts when price is above pre-market high. Never take longs when price is below pre-market low. And then never trade in between. So like if price is in between, that's the chop zone, and we just never trade there. It never works. And then always trade the trend. We are not looking for reversals. So like liquidity sleeps, like what TJR does, we're not trying to do that here, all right? And then do not FOMO into an entry on the first move. Always wait for the retest. And yeah, so now let's get into examples. All right, so now we're going to be going over some examples. So this one was on QQQ about 2 days ago. And basically all you would do is come into the session, mark out your pre-market high, and then your pre-market low. And then what you're going to want to do is wait for a 5-minute close under pre-market low. So as you can see right here, 5-minute close, right? And then what you're going to do is you're not entering on that candle. You're going to wait for a retest. And basically, we got a retest right here. So as you can see, we would get in right here. And then we would set our stop loss a 5-minute close above pre-market low, which is about right here. See? And then we wouldn't get out until it gets above the AEMA, which would be right here. See? And this is a 1 to 5 risk to reward, meaning you can risk $100 and get $850 back, which is amazing. And yeah. All right, so now this one was on Apple about 2 weeks ago. And as you can see, we do the exact same system every single time. We mark out our pre-market high and our pre-market low. And as you could see, we got a 5-minute close above pre-market high. See, right there, that's that candle. And then we would wait for a retest. And as you can see, we got 2 retests here. One here and one here, which is even better confirmation that it's going to be a great trade. So we would enter right here, set our stop loss at a 5-minute close right there, and we wouldn't take our profit until right about there at the high of day, because it started like wicking us out, and then, that's a good place to take your profit. So right there, and then now, all right, so now this one was on Micron, and this is honestly my favorite setup we've seen so far. So as you can see, let me show you guys. So look, so as you can see, we have a gap up from this level here, and we gapped up about 40 points maybe, and this is a very strong sign that we're gonna push even higher. And what do? We push way higher. So as you can see on this thing, we do the same exact setup. We mark our pre-market high and our pre-market low, and also as you can see, this high is higher than previous day low, which is also a really good sign. So now on here we would wait for a so actually look, so see how this is here, see how 830 is right here? That's called a psychological level. So instead of right here, because it's in between, we would actually move it up to $830, right? So then when we got a 5-minute close above here, we would enter on the psychological retest, see? And then here, we would enter a long position, set our stop loss. We would set our stop loss under here, and we wouldn't get out until we got a 5-minute close. So about right here. Now this is a 1 to 4 risk to reward trade, which is amazing. And that means you could risk $100 to make $400, or you could lose 4 in a row and win 1 and still be break even. That's why trading is so great, because you can risk a little to win a lot. And yeah, this is a great setup, and as you can see, we pushed even higher the entire day, and this is just a great setup overall, you know. So yeah, so let's get into the next one. Alright, now so this one was on AMD about 2 days ago, and as you can see, just like Micron, we have a gap up, which is a great sign. And then as you can see, when we mark our pre-market high and then our pre-market low levels, and then wait, what do? We wait for a 5-minute close above, and then what else do we wait for? A retest, see? And this is a great candle because as you can see, we have the body up here and a strong rejection to this level, which is an amazing sign. And then on this one, we would get in right here, set our stop loss a 5-minute close, and would not get out until we got a 5-minute close under the EMA. And as you can see, this is another 1 to 6 risk to reward. And yeah, guys, you know, this is just a great trade, great strategy. And as you can see, all these setups are 1 to 5, 1 to 6, 1 to 8 risk to rewards. And it just puts in perspective like how good this really is, because it happens every day and on tons of stocks. Like a lot of these high cap stocks, you know, we're seeing this work out really well. So yeah, so let's get into our last one, and then I'll go to the conclusion. Okay, so now this setup one's on Nvidia, and as you can see, it's another one of those where we gapped up on this, but this time we actually went lower. So if you see, we mark our pre-market high, and then our pre-market low, and then on this one we were actually chopping around quite a bit. So see how we're like chopping around here, but then right when we get under here, we dump, and as you can see, we dump very low. Like this is a very good trade. So on this one, I would enter here, set my stop loss right here, and me personally, when I took this trade about a couple weeks ago, I got out about right here. But say you held it even lower, like I don't know what to tell you guys, like this is already a 1 to 10 risk to reward. Imagine you held it down here, 1 to 18. Like this is ridiculous. Like this is a great strategy, man. Don't know what to tell you guys, but yeah. And as you can see, you know, we're chopping around right here. So in that time, you can be looking for other setups. And, you know, I have 15 stocks on my thing, and it just shows how many possibilities there are for setups. And I personally try to take one trade a day, but, you know, there's setups all over the place on basically every stock. So yeah, but that's the end of our explanations and examples. So let's get to the conclusion. So guys, don't overcomplicate trading, you know. This is a simple strategy, and it's worked amazing for me, and I'm only 14, so if I can do it, so can you. So all I ask is you give it a try and comment down below how it worked, and make sure to like and subscribe. And thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Peace.